What's your story?
Hi, I'm Dana Winfield, owner of Touch of Royalty Salon, and this is my story.
Tell the world actually, where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from here, New Orleans, Gentilly area, born and raised here.
Okay, so growing up in New Orleans, how it was for you?
How was it? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I was very blessed and privileged to grow up in a two-parent household where my parents really tried their best to provide a really good life for me. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't hard. I didn't have no struggles or anything like that, but I feel like my parents really did do a great job with raising me and trying to provide everything I needed in life. So
Okay, so tell the world actually, where did you, graduate from?
I graduated from St. Mary's High School, and then I went straight from high school to hair school. I went to John Jay, and from there it was just me doing hair.
So and so, kind of, if you knew early, I'm not about to go to college.
Yeah, I knew very early that this is what I wanted to do. I knew very early that hair is my thing, and that's what I wanted to do. I never actually really thought about doing anything else. This was it for me.
And so let's bring it back. So what age did you actually first, start doing hair?
So I started doing hair, like my friends' hair and stuff, in like high school. But I always did my own hair, like growing up. My mom was not a hair person. I always had a lot of hair, so I always was doing my own ponytails, own colors, stuff like that. And then when I got in high school, all my friends used to be like, "Your hair is so cute." So I used to do my friends' hair, and even for like homecoming, prom, and all of that, I did everybody's hair. So I just knew then that okay, this was like my thing.
So, has there been a time that you actually, invested? Has there been a time that you actually, invested anyone, hair up?
Yeah,
growing up?
yeah,
And so
for
what
sure.
happened?
It's been a couple of different instances. Like you can't please everybody. So for me, I'm like starting off. I definitely wasn't as good as I am now. So like I messed up some colors. I done burned some people hair out. I done gave some people some ugly haircuts. Like I look back on my work now and I be like, dang, that look bad. Like, ooh, like when she turned her head to the side, her bob is not it. Like I done messed some people up for sure.
But it takes growth and when you
Yeah,
learn
it
and
really, really takes
experience.
growth. Yeah.
Like if the older I became, if the more I realized when someone has, if like a 10-year, or like 15 years of experience, it actually means something.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Cause yeah, starting out it was definitely hard, and half of the stuff that I was doing, I really didn't know I was doing. I was really like winging it and just trying to make it seem like, okay, I'm entering this like professional salon. I just want to be like everybody else. Let me try to like figure it out and maneuver and make my stuff look like theirs. So that's kind of how I was like doing it. But yeah, I definitely messed some people up for sure.
So another thing as well, I just realized that all hairstylists aren't the same.
No.
Because some hairstylists actually have to learn how to use chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
Like every hairstylist don't use chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
So can you kind of explain the difference?
Yeah, so for me, I know on my end, like I really like studied my craft with hair. It really is like a science, like you saying, with chemicals and stuff like that. You can't burn someone's hair out, you can't damage someone's hair permanently. So for me, I was just really into it to where I was like, I want to get color down pat, I want to get cutting down pat, I want to get weave down pat, and make sure that I'm not doing anything to like mess nobody up for real. But in school they teach you the foundation, and it's really like up to you to build on that. And so like for me, with continuing education classes and learning different things online, and then just practicing, like you said earlier, like 10 years in, after you do something so long, you start to like get your niche and start to like master the way you like to do things. So like you said, every hairstylist is different, and when you really into it, you'll learn more, like you want to do chemicals, you want to get into it.
So every time I think about someone burning someone's hair out, I always think about the show Martin.
Mm-hmm.
When Gina kind of was doing a shampoo and like,
yeah.
And like the lady Myra didn't have no hair when she came back. So like, is that burning hair out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, actually, and how can that happen?
So with the chemicals, so like with bleach or relaxer or lightener or anything like that, you definitely can burn someone's hair out. All of these things are a science. Just like if you put any chemical on anything else, you can have a chemical reaction. So your hair can definitely just be burned out or compromised from anything that your hairstylist is doing. So if your hairstylist is not knowledgeable about what she's doing and she YouTubing as she about to do your hair, that's not it. Like, you really have to study your craft and like know exactly what you're putting in someone's head, because I feel like not a lot of industries or careers you have the like ability to touch somebody. So like when you're touching people and you actually physically have to lay your hands on people, then you really need to know what you're doing, because that person could potentially like, you know, be like, oh my God, you ruined me, or oh my God, you know, did something to me, you know? So that's why I feel like everybody really needs to, even with the hair, like I feel like everyone wants to do hair now. It's the new thing. But you really have to like be into it, go to school, get your license, and have everything in order for you to do it, you know?
So like, I have another question with that. Like, so like, it's when it comes to like burning hair out or messing her hair, like, do you have to have like as a hairstylist, do you have to have any type of like insurance?
Yes, you do, and a lot of people don't. So yes, you definitely have to have insurance, because you can be sued, you can be penalized for things like that, and that's what I mean about people like actually doing hair and just being a hairstylist and just like not knowing the like outside part of the business. Like, you really have to know what you're doing and what you're getting yourself into, because yeah, you can be sued. You touching people. Somebody could walk in your shop and slip and fall and be like, it's your fault. I fell in your shop, you know? So you have to have insurance. You have to have your business in order. All your paperwork got to be together, because if not, it definitely could potentially ruin your career, you know?
Gotcha. So, moving forward, how did you come up with, your business name?
So my business name is Touch of Royalty, and for me, I always like felt like the royal vibe was like my thing. I just feel like we all are like kings and queens, and I felt like when I thought about the experience that I had in previous salons, I wanted to give that royal feel, that royal experience of like opulence, because that's where I feel like we come from, and it just, for me, I'm a little extra, so I like all of the designs of royalty and everything like that. So I really want to give everybody the true royal experience when it came into the salon. Okay. So that's where I got the name from.
So working in, different salons, what have you learned so far?
Really working in different salons that I worked at. When I first got out of hair school, I just thought about like where I saw myself and how I wanted to like grow in my career. So when I got out of hair school, I was like, okay, where I want to work, where I want to be. And I kind of just was like, okay, so I want to be the best. Like, I'm going to go work in the salons that I feel like is the best in the city. So that's what I did. And even at that time, like, I couldn't afford it. I didn't have no clients and stuff like that. I was working 2 jobs and doing hair, barely had clients. So really, I learned everything because I was just in the shop, like standing over master hairstylists that I felt like was like the best in the city, watching them, like what tools they use, what products they use, how they got where they were. And then I just went from there and built on that. Like, after I left my first salon, I went to another salon that was like, to me, that did a lot of like walk-ins. So I was like, okay, like that's a good way to build your clientele. Do I want to do that? Do I want to take walk-ins when I open a shop? Like, do I want to help like the other girls in my business grow? Because I just feel like here in New Orleans, sometimes we don't always do that, like want to help others. So I learned that in the salon, like, okay, if you taking walk-ins and you build that foundation of, okay, this the place to be, this the place to walk in and get your hair done, that helps everybody. That helps your business. That helps the other stylists in your salon. So really and truly, like, I learned everything. Like, even skill set, like I said earlier, the products I use, what curling irons I use, which way I curl, like just watching other people in different salons I worked at.
So, you know, you were one true student of the game.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
So like, and becoming full entrepreneur, but that kind of helped you a lot, with like, videos and different things. So like, actually what made you choose at your certain, place of business where you actually moved your first hair salon at?
Well, being from here, being from New Orleans, and like I said, just knowing where I wanted to be, where the areas I wanted to be. When you think of Magazine Street, you just think of like top tier. So for me, I wanted to be downtown in the heart of the city, like where everybody would come. They got people walking down the street right now, like, so I just wanted to be on the forefront of the cities where everyone would see it. You could drive down the street and it's the purple building on the corner.
And like, I want to give you like your flowers because but I saw you work in shops and like grind for what you wanted and like look at you now.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Gotcha. So being a hairstylist, entrepreneur, and everything like that for years and years, and I'm pretty sure you had some bad experience as well. Tell us, what do you enjoy most about it, and tell us what do you actually hate about it.
Okay, so what I enjoy most about it is having clients come in one way, feeling a kind of way, and then leaving feeling 110 times better. Like, sometimes you really don't know what people going through. Like, I've had people cry in my chair, I have people laugh in my chair, I have people who have good days, I have people who have bad days, and then being able to come somewhere and feel totally different after, just because you got your hair done, that makes me feel good about like what I do. So I really love what I do, and just like helping people, and you really grow with your clients. Like, I've done people that I've done for the last 10 years, I've seen their weddings, their baby showers. Like, you just grow with people, so it really makes me enjoy what I do. Like, I don't wake up any day and be like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I love work. Like, I come to the shop every single day and I laugh. Like, sometimes we'll be in here laughing, I'm like, I love y'all. Like, you don't know if I'm having a bad day, but just coming to work, like, you really just have like fun. Like, I really think my job is really, really fun. And then some of the things that I hate is that everybody want to do it. Like, I just think that no one takes it actually seriously, and no one like understands the work that has to go behind doing hair. Like, people just do hair in their house, people just do hair in their kitchen, and nothing is wrong with that, because I done seen some fire hairstylists in their kitchen. But I just want everybody to like put the work in behind it, so that we all can like grow and elevate, and everybody can have salons and everybody can have their own businesses and stuff like that. But some of the things that I do hate is that it can become just very time consuming. I work a lot, and I work Tuesday through Saturday, so like a lot of the times my friends will be doing something, or certain events that I want to go to, I really can't go because I'm at work. So like, for me, that's one thing I hate, is that the time of just, you have to put the time in being here, actually physically doing hair. It's not something I could just be like, oh, I can sit at home. No, you gotta be here. So that's one thing I hate, is the time.
So out of all the hairstylists in the world, tell us what separates you.
Out of all the hairstylists in the world, I think what separates me is that I am super passionate about it. Like, any question you ask me about something that you want done to your hair, if I don't know, I'm gonna find out. And I don't think that a lot of people are knowledgeable about like products and taking care of natural hair, and actually taking care of, like, the weave is cool, but like what's underneath. Like, we gotta make sure that we all keeping our edges. We gotta all make sure we have a hairline. We gotta all make sure we are actually taking care of our natural hair. And within that, that's where I want to go, is some more of the education side of like educating people on how to maintain their hair at home, how to maintain their hair if they can't make it to the salon, if they can't afford the salon at this time, because everything done gone up. So like, if you can't afford it, like what I could do just at home to maintain my natural hair, to maintain my hair, or put on a wig, how does that work? And then also I feel like what would separate me is like I said, passion of what I'm doing. So I want to create hair care products and like teach people actually how to maintain their hair, maintain their daughter's hair, like, you know. So that's really, I think, what separates me from other hairstylists.
Gotcha. So, where do you see yourself in your brand going like 3 years from now?
3 years from now, I see my brand in other states. I see my products in stores. I see myself on platforms teaching these younger entrepreneurs on like how to do it and like the things that I went through and the do's and the don'ts and hardships and the wins. I see myself just being able to like educate everyone on like how to do it. And then, like I said, I want to have salons in other states and just move forward really with just building the brand. That's the goal. So yeah, 3 years you'll definitely be seeing that.
Gotcha. So what's your advice to one a younger person out there watching this interview right now, thinking about following behind your footsteps?
My advice is to keep going, keep reading, keep studying, and really be into your craft and into your goals. And whatever it is that you're thinking that you can do it, because I did. Like, it's definitely something that's possible for everybody. So I just tell everybody, keep going.
Gotcha. So, do you plan on moving out of New Orleans? If something bigger happens for you?
Yeah. So actually it's been a thought. It's been a thought about moving outside of the city. But I don't know yet. But if something bigger happens, but right now I think that I really want to attack New Orleans and this city. And
you want to be the top?
Yeah.
Because but I hear so many people like, man, if another hurricane or something.
Yeah, if another hurricane here, I don't know.
I don't know about coming back and rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I ain't like he traveling the world for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of made me want to help with all this more because people don't give us the respect that we deserve.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's like, because as soon as us, as soon as a few of us get big,
everybody
leave and
move.
don't come back.
Yeah, everybody
like
leave.
There's nobody here for people to come see. Like, you gotta go see a New Orleans person in Houston or Atlanta.
Yeah, you do.
But we have to find a way to make people want to come here.
And want to stay here too. Yeah.
Like, the crazy part is people come here and stay. We don't want to stay.
Right.
And that's the crazy
But
part.
I think maybe it's because we grew up in it and just being here. It's like, you move out of state and you just see so many other things, so many.
Yeah, but I think we just gotta work harder and we gotta open up places in other states and actually keep our places here.
Right, and keep our places here too. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I always heard, the cure for everything is to make more money.
Right.
So you just gotta make more money. That's all you gotta do.
Make more money for sure.
Gotcha. So, tell us, what's next for you?
What's next for me is the product line. So what's next for me will be me coming out with hair care line products for my clients and other people to maintain their hair at home when they can't make it to the salon. Because I'll have a lot of clients that'll come in and they're getting these 400, 500, 600 color jobs, and then they may not come back to the salon for a few months, but it's like what you maintaining your hair with at home. And I want to keep my line to where it is organic and it's really like the top of the line products. Like, you get your professional grade product but at home. So that's what's next for me.
And also, you are into fashion as well. So I want you to name your top 5 hottest fashion designers right now.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I gotta throw you out the loop.
That is out the loop for sure. The top 5 fashion designers, just period.
Yeah, it could be back then or right now. If the top 5 actually come straight to your head.
I mean, it's gonna be designers, so I just feel Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior. That's just Prada. That's just what I mean. That's the ones that just gonna come to mind because that's just what I like. Yeah.
But everyone has their different designs.
Yeah.
Some people have some people still wear what they wore back in the day with are like things that they saw their mom wear.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, it's different things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just like far as like designer, but far as me, like I wear anything. Like it don't have to be designer. I could go at TJ Maxx and pull out a look. It don't even matter to me. So.
And so I heard you say something earlier. I'm gonna throw you a little loop right quick. Like you can answer it, but you don't have to answer it.
Okay.
But like I remember you said, you know, if you watch, you know, it was the best of the best of the city. At the top hairstyles and everything like that. So, you know, you don't have to answer, but you can answer it. Like, who are the top 5 hairstylists in New Orleans right now? And if not, I'm like including yourself.
Not including myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not answering.
You're not gonna answer that one?
No, I'm not gonna answer that one because the thing about it is, I like just people's work. Like if I look at your work, it could be someone like, I guess here in New Orleans we sometimes will be on like the name or like Instagram and stuff like that. It don't even have to be that. For me, I think that like there's a lot of girls that are just truly just talented in general. So I can't name a top 5. I just think that.
Yeah, but the reason why I personally enjoy hearing top 5s and everything like that, because like that's like if someone was a media and they like name 5 people and I'm not in it. Oh wait, I gotta work hard. I gotta make them know I'm the top.
Yeah.
I'm about to make them know I'm the top.
Right.
It's like, you know, like New Orleans has transitioned in these past 5 to 6 years. Like we have a hot fashion scene. Like we have a lot of fashion designers and people wearing it around the world. So I think New Orleans is on its way. We just don't need another hurricane to knock us off.
To knock us off for sure, yeah.
But at the point, everybody moves out of town anyway. So I think we're gonna actually stay strong as New Orleans anyway.
Yeah.
Even if New Orleans get flooded out again, New Orleans gonna be able to make their name known in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause you know, majority of the, you know, designers, the hairstylists, the media, the promoters are all Katrina babies.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, everyone became who they are after Katrina. So it's like you kind of know what to do now. Like it ain't gonna be that same mistake it happened the first time. When people just get to the place, like people really know how to make moves, and we all know how to actually contact each other.
Right.
So that's a little different this time.
Yeah.
But like we don't want to see it happen, but you know we a little more prepared.
That's true.
Gotcha. So last but not least, tell the world where can they find you at on social media and everywhere. Okay,
so you can find me on social media at Touch of Dana W. My last name's Winfield, so Instagram Touch of Dana W. The salon's Instagram is Touch of Royalty Salon. We also have a website, www.touchofroyalty.com, and yep, that's where you can find us at. Definitely come out.
And I'm like, that's your story.
Yep, and that's my story.
Okay, well, are you sticking to it?
I'm sticking to it.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm not ready.